Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of a Minecraft adventure. I know it's been a few months, and I know I've been gone for a while. The reason was because I moved to a different part of town. Actually, it's it's kind of far. I moved 2 hours away. I live up in Duluth now, which is the upper part of Minnesota, northern part of Minnesota, I should say. And I've been very busy with life in general, but today is the 1st of September. It's Labor Day, and I figured, well, I have some time on my hands, why not record a video? So, a lot has happened, a lot has changed, and before I show you guys the update on this world, I want to take you of a tour. Now, how do I do this without showing you guys? Okay, there you go. Oh, there you go. Okay. Hopefully you guys didn't see too much. But we moved upstairs. If you guys remembered on one of our previous episodes, we moved up here, and this is my room now. I got two cats. His name is Buttercup, and his name is Jinx. This was actually my real life cat that ended up dying. So I brought him over to Minecraft so he can live forever. I know it's kind of sad, but he's alive now. But I want to show you guys the other farms that we built recently, because I want to give you a quick update of what's going on before we get into the build of the day. But if we come over here, if you guys remember, this area was kind of blank, and I built a water tower, some wine holders, barrels, and stuff like that. Got this beautiful apple tree. I built this little home for Chop, because he was sitting over there in the corner, and I was like, man, you deserve a home. Okay, first farm. This is an XP farm, very simple farm. I try to make it look as techy as I could. But moving forward here, we have our iron golem farm. I needed a lot of iron for chains and lanterns and stuff like that. And this is not of my own design. I copied it by some other YouTube creator, but it works like a charm. I try to do multiple designs, but this one by far works the best. If we go over here, this is my auto smelter. We have a carpet duper over here, and then the carpet gets loaded up in these chests. It gets distributed in these furnaces, and then whatever we want to smelt, we put it over here. It goes into this iron minecart. I don't know why I said iron minecart. It goes into this minecart, and then you just click this lever. Something cooler that I want to show you guys is this part right here. Now, before showing this, I did work a lot on the terraforming, but we finally got it done, and I'm really happy how it turned out. By the way, I turned this into kind of like a lounge because I didn't know what to turn this into. I gotta add more details.
And by the way, this is how it looked like before. This was my planning behind all of it. Just a bunch of lines and squares to where I wanted the buildings and which cliffs I wanted to go where. So, yeah, take it as a salted grain. This took a long time to do, but man, it was worth it.
Yes, here we go. This is the terraforming. We finally done it, boys and girls. We finally done it. This took me a while building these cliffs, trying to get the right sizes of the cliffs and stuff like that, and kind of just envisioning all of this come together. Took quite a bit, but yeah, it turned out great. This right here is the blacksmith. Very nice and cozy, very nice and simple. Again, this is all inspired by medieval builds that I just like look up because it gives me an inspiration. This is the inside of it, nice and cozy, nice and cozy. You got some iron over here, some copper blocks and stuff like that. But yeah, this is where the blacksmith stays. The church Oh, I've always wanted to build a church on a cliff, and I finally done it. This was inspired by Oblivion. Oblivion Remastered came out this year, I believe, and or last year. I think last year. I'm not sure, but it came out recently, and this was inspired by one of the churches, and I really like how it came out. I really love the blue stained glass. I love this massive entry. You know, oh, the seats are nice. Yeah, I think it came out. I think it came out really good. And then over here, kind of want to do this quickly so we can get into today's build. Uh, this is the food hall. Food hall turned out amazing too. I really like the shape of the roof. I'm really starting to get better at shapes, and you're kind of you're gonna see that in the recent builds that we've done. But this is the food hall. The food hall is kind of where all the people come and gather. They celebrate and stuff like that. This is where the king and the queen sit. You know, I have no queen. Yeah, this also is like one of my favorite builds as well. Put a nice custom tree here. Got some stalls. You know, this guy sells boats. This guy sells leather, or I guess, yeah, leather and a fishing pole. Wheat, and this guy sells watermelon and pumpkin. This guy sells fish. This is the fisherman's house. The fisherman's house. Uh, I like the way that this came out. I really like the verticality of this. How we have a roof going just here, and then another one there. You know, you're going over here, and then you can come upstairs, open the door, and be on your merry way. This over here, this is the inn. I really like the way that this inn turned out as well. Again, I was inspired by another medieval build. There's not, there's nothing in it at the moment. I haven't decorated it yet. I'm trying to keep this as short as possible. This is the horse stable, and over here we're gonna be putting a lot of like fields and stuff like that with these aspen trees. Yeah, I really like the way that this build came out too, because I know, so over here on this side, we're going to be building a bridge as well, but I know that in medieval times, this is mostly inspired by like Skyrim, Oblivion, Elder Scroll games, medieval cities and stuff like that. There's always a horse stable outside of the city gate. So I figured, why not? That makes sense. So let's build one. But this horse is going crazy. Relax, relax. I like the way that it came out. I like the way. I loved its simplicity. I love it. I love it. I love it. I got these buggers, fireflies from the Twilight Forest mod. And then you walk in here. This is fully furnished, actually. You know, you got a nice little lounge area. You come in, you sit down, you get up, you come here, you eat your carrot. Then after that, you come here, you sit down, you enjoy the paintings, and then you get in here, and then you go to bed. I would complete the small little world blah, blah. And something that I want to work on today is finish this area up and plant all these fields over here full of crops and sunflower seeds and wheat and stuff like that. I'm pretty happy. Actually really happy on how this garden turned out. I know before I said there was going to be fields of like crops and stuff like that, but I had another idea. Since we have this town over here, we're going to be actually connecting it to our main city area. And I figured this town right here could be like a small village where they provide all the crops for the main city. So I figured I might as well just turn this part into a flower field. So that's what I've done. I love the vibes that you get just from like walking around here. You know, you got some white alliums, you know, you got some blueberry bushes and stuff like that, right? Some pink alliums, right? It's really nice. It feels like it's kind of like a maze, but I like how it turned out. Also, I love how this part of
the entrance looks like. Like when you look at this, it looks like a painting. All right, so I have some blocks with me here. Of course, dirt, some packed mud, and okay, all right. I got this section done, this section completed, and then I linked up this road over to this road. But now I'm trying to figure out how I want this place to look. And okay, this is my process of thought. We're gonna make one road coming this way. Hello, Enderman. Leading up to the market. There's gonna be another path, obviously coming in this way, and then maybe some logs, some crates, and other stuff kind of surrounding the area. This section over here, that's gonna be around the fountain, is gonna be all stone, and I kind of want to make a cool pattern, kind of symbolizing the center, right? The center of this square. So I have an idea. And I am cooking. Okay. I know that this spot, I want to turn it into the barracks. So this, I'm going to name barracks. Close enough. Right there. And then over on this side, we're going to put the potions store. You know, but on a serious note, I think I want to work on this centerpiece of the town square. Well, I got this pretty much completed, and I love the simplicity of it. We have these golden oak leaves, and we also have these azalea leaves, creating some bushes. I also added some banners over by the inn, and once all the buildings are filled up over in this section, it's really gonna come alive. But I love the vibe that you get from this, and the fountain also turned out really well, turned out really good. I love it. It's great. Also, check this out. I rounded up this cliff, and I felt like as something was missing, an extra home that was a much needed addition to the ancient Greek city on top. Now we are at the top, and yeah, it's a pretty simple home. I love the way that this house turned out. You know, we have a nice little campfire, got a desk, some benches, got some custom trees, and as you're walking in, you know, you're coming in here, you got your beds, candles, and stuff like that. I love this open courtyard, and I love that you could just sit here and just look down, you know, at the future city to come, obviously. It looks great. I really love how that turned out. And as the sun goes down and the moon goes up, this will be the end of this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I have no idea who changed my skin, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good time. Bye-bye.